Michael, a 3-0 defeat this afternoon. I'm guessing it's obvious to say that's a really disappointing afternoon for yourself.
Really, really disappointing. I thought the first 15 minutes, we started the game on the front foot, have a couple of good chances, and I thought the boys are at it. Lose the first goal and I see a few of them crumble, really crumble. Then we come back into it, try and get a foothold in the game, lose the second goal just before half time, and I let them know my feelings at half time. And saying that, they came out the second half again, started well, but too many cheap turnovers. And when we're cheap turnovers and we're not squeezing the game, you're going to get punished. And saying that, in terms of chances we kind of created, there was enough in the game to at least score, especially first half. Second half, when it goes 3-0, I've played in plenty of these games, it's you're clawing to try and get back in, and Airdrie quite happy to sit in a shape and try and hit you in the break. So, bitterly disappointed, and I let the lads know in no uncertain terms. Performance-wise, passing the ball fine, having that real togetherness and that doggedness to win games of football, a lot to be questioned.
They say that the first goal is always crucial in games, but did you feel that second goal right on the stroke of half time was a real killer for us?
No, definitely. 2-0 at half time is always where it's for or against. It's always a scoreline that you feel we can get back in the game. To lose the third goal so poorly after that just really knocked the stuffing out of us. But it's up to us to dust ourselves down. As I say, it's a massive game coming next week, and I always feel you learn more from defeats. Last week was good, training's been good, but it counts for nothing. Saturdays at 3 o'clock is when it really matters. So, as I said, I learned a lot, and the boys know my thoughts on it, and I'll just be interested to see the reaction come Monday.
You say there you learned a lot about it. You've mentioned already about the boys trying to continue to pass the ball no matter what stage of the game it was at, no matter what the scoreline was. Is that a pleasing aspect for you that they continued to show your beliefs in what they were trying to do throughout the whole 90 minutes and didn't just resort to maybe knocking it long and maybe changing up the game plan?
Listen, I told the lads last week and I told them the day before the game and I told them after the game, I'll not change the way I play. I stick to my beliefs. And yes, you're right, they stuck to it. It's easy when you're 3-0 down and you pass the ball, but it's passing the ball with intensity and passing the ball to go and hurt teams. In the first 15-20 minutes I thought we'd done that, and you could see that we were on the front foot and we created chances off the back of that. But then it gets a bit slow and a bit laboured, and we lose our shape for a bit, and as I say, Airdrie are quite happy to play in a shape and try and pick us off. The third goal is the one that probably hurts me the most. It's poor for our part, and it's something that we'll look back on. I'll watch the game back, and I'll get a real analysis over the coming days, and I'll definitely be showing the lads on Monday and try to help them, try and make us better. There's no point in feeling sorry for yourself. As I said to them in there, there's different ways to lead, and leading on the pitch, whether you're captain, vice captain, or one of the quiet, you can lead in all different ways, and it's important to see a reaction. And I'm hopefully certainly see that over the coming days.
You were able to get your first signing for the club, Connor Young, onto the park in the second half. Were you pleased with his contribution so quickly after signing? Yeah,
listen, Connor looked bright. It's hard, he only just met the lads this morning, so I didn't want to just throw him straight in. So I tried to make the subs just before the third goal went in. Unfortunately, it kind of takes the sting out of the game. But I must say, the lads who came on, I thought they showed an energy and a desire and a fight. And as I said to them there's no guarantees starting in this team, so it's up to them to show me this week that they want to be part of this club. And I'm not just talking about this season, I'm talking about moving forward. Because the honeymoon period doesn't last very long, and as I say, last week was good, but this is reality now. This is league, this is your bread and butter. I said it last week and I'll say it again. You learn more in defeats, and I certainly learned a lot today.
Fans turned up in great numbers today. Just your final message for them this weekend?
Listen, they were great. It's you can see the conditions. It was obviously with the snow and blistery conditions, but they were there in their numbers, and I'm just disappointed that we couldn't take a lead or even get a goal for them to cheer about. But they will always stick with us, and I know next week they'll turn out in their numbers, and it's up to the lads in there whether they can handle it, whether they can handle the pressure when it really matters. And it's up to me and my staff to get them ready, because it's all well and good analysing games. Sometimes you need to put it behind you. Football doesn't stop. You need to move on really quickly, and it's something we'll certainly try and do for next week.
Thanks for your time.
Thank you.